As you know, there's lots of talk about artificial intelligence and concerns that it could make many people's jobs obsolete. Well, the CEO of Fiverr, that's a platform that connects freelancers and companies looking to hire them, sent this email to his employees last month. And as you see there, it says in part, quote, AI is coming for your jobs. Heck, it's coming for my job too. This is a wake-up call. Michal Kaufman is the CEO and joins us now to talk about the future of AI and the workplace. You know, as much traction as this email has received, you've really stirred up the comment section. It's been a popular refrain in the past few years. So give our viewers a bit of a pulse check. How alarmed should people be that AI is already here?
Well, it's absolutely here. And you know, I think the email came at the backdrop of our employees that are wondering if they have a future in their professions. And they weren't really waiting for my email. And if anything, this email was a validation of the things that they feel. And it was all about, talking openly and directly to our team like grown-ups. They're not kids. They don't need to sugarcoat anything. And they really needed the validation that their fears are valid, but also a leadership perspective of what they can do about it.
And let's talk more about that. How can someone who believes their job will be made obsolete by AI, how can they differentiate themselves to make themselves useful, I guess, to be able to work with these AI systems?
Yeah. So look, I think that the way I'm looking at this from an executive standpoint is, I think we were given with superpowers, but this should reflect in how people work. So my expectations are double or triple the output per unit of time, and the same for the quality per unit of delivery. And the reality is that since what we're seeing with these tools, the reality of businesses and products is that no one has a crystal ball. So
let me tell you what my thoughts are after hearing what he says, because I already have my own thoughts prior to him coming in. Number one, I don't think that people should fear AI.
Right.
Okay. AI is not to be feared.
Right.
I told somebody yesterday, and we were talking about AI, and I told somebody yesterday because I turned them on to AI and now they obsessed with it, right? And I said, listen, AI is no more transformational than the internet was in the 90s. Yo, what up? I'm gonna call
Let me
you from my other phone.
okay.
All right.
never mind. Oh, so far I do agree with what he just said. I do very much agree with that. The fact that they feel like this is a threat. AI is just a tool, man. I mean, the thing is, you have to start using it. I mean, you don't have to, but the truth is, it's not even the future anymore. It's the now. My thing is, by not getting involved, by not trying to find a way to implement AI or automation into your whatever it is, I think you're doing yourself a serious. You're setting yourself up for a failure, because some people are going to be so good at using AI, than you, and that's who's going to replace you. The ones using these tools right now. These are the modern tools right now. For you not to use is kind of crazy to me, and that's like someone that doesn't have a smartphone, that has a landline. It's like you have to get involved, man. You have to get involved. So.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you conversation that when somebody, let me say this before we get back into this AI conversation, that when somebody does something nice for you, don't be stingy. Me down than me. Different political ideologies or how you feel about certain things.
I don't care about that.
You ain't looking to do it. You was doing it just because I asked you to. People, believe it or not, a lot of people don't believe in that. They think that they can cheat their way out of it. In the 90s, in the mid to late 90s, all the conversation was how it was going to eliminate jobs, how it was going to do this, how it was going to do that. It didn't. It created more opportunity for us to be more efficient, B, for us to
Let me rewind it a little bit. I think I missed some stuff.
communicate to AI. I was telling somebody, this thing about AI is that, well, let me get back to this whole AI
There
conversation.
we go.
The biggest thing about AI is that I don't think that people should be afraid of AI.
I agree.
I was telling somebody that AI is no more transformational than the internet was in the 90s, and that it changed everything. And I'm telling you that if you was alive and you was up in the 90s, in the mid to late 90s, all the conversation was how it was going to eliminate jobs,
Yep.
how it was going to do this, how it was going to do that.
Yep.
It didn't. It created more opportunity for A, us to be more efficient,
Yep.
B, for us to communicate more effectively, and C, look at all of the entrepreneurs and the opportunities that we didn't even know was going to exist through the innovation of the internet that wind up happening.
Yep.
I'm not here talking to you guys, and we're not even the bag chasers. If I was looking at the internet as oh my God, we need to go back to, no, you cannot look at it like that.
Right.
You cannot look at it like that. The internet has created more millionaires and billionaires. If you don't have the internet, you don't have cryptocurrency, you don't have live streaming. We never get any of this, conversation. You don't have e-commerce. You don't have the transformational Amazon Web Services.
Yep.
You don't have Azure. You don't have Xbox Live. You don't have all of this stuff. There's a bevy of opportunities that came as a result of it. Now, will there be disruption? Yes. There's always going to be disruption, because to be disruptive means that you're overly innovating so that you can create more opportunities elsewhere. So that job may not necessarily be possible, but new jobs and new entrepreneurial opportunities absolutely can be possible. But it just depends on how you use it. AI is not necessarily there to replace you. It's to make us 10 times more efficient. I can do 10 times more than what I was doing 2 years ago.
Everything he's saying is valid. Like, I agree with like pretty much 100% of what he's saying. All of it, literally.
Because I have the opportunity that AI is affording me. So now I don't mind investing into it. I don't mind understanding it. I don't mind continuing to deep dive into it. And people that use fear as an opportunity to try to prevent people from being, from going over here and creating this new thing, they are the last ones. They're going to be the ones that fail. They're going to be the ones that fail. Bro, it's going to be, you know how much more efficient I am? It makes you more money, not necessarily gets rid of your job. Okay.
It's just faster.
Okay, so
listen, like, I create so much with AI right now. YouTube titles, thumbnails. I use it at work. I work in IT. I use that right now at work. Like, if I don't know something, I chat GPT it or Copilot it. You know what I mean? So he's not saying anything that's not true. I agree with pretty much everything he's just disclosed in this video, literally.
I don't necessarily need 10 people to do this particular job, but I can make 10 times the investment into other things that other jobs or other services provide.
Right. Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's an opportunity. And so again, it depends on your mindset. If your mindset is the type of mindset to say, oh my God, AI is going to kill us. No, it doesn't. It just makes us more efficient. It makes us better. It gives us more opportunity. It makes the bag much greater so that you can invest more and you generate more revenue. The only people that's going to lose is the people that don't embrace it and they catch on to the wave too late. They catch on to the wave too late. It remind me of everybody that always try to have that fear and miss, or they catch on late. Oh man, I ain't investing in that. I remember when people caught on to Tesla too late. Man, Tesla was booming. People kept, listen, that's a technology company. That's not Tesla's gonna fail. They only putting out 10,000 cars this year. I said, okay. I've grown to the point to where my portfolio is booming so much to where I'm willing to take a 10% risk in a company. That's why I'm investing in Rivian. I ain't gonna give y'all too much game of what we doing. I'm looking at the 10, 15 year view. I'm not looking at what the current circumstances are. I look at I can't say that. I don't want to say it. I don't want to deep dive into it. Yep, you're right, King Ali TV. I was late on that. I was 100% late on that. I wasn't too late. I got on the bandwagon eventually, but I was kind of late on that. But let me just go ahead and continue.
If no one has the advantage of knowing where this is going, our main advantage is speed. It's our ability to move faster.
Yes.
So what I told the team is I want to reduce the cost of error.
Yes.
You know, if something used to take us 3 months to build and then
That's right.
fail, because a lot of the things that we do try end up failing. Today, we can test things in 3 days. So by reducing the cost of error, we can do much more to find out the things that are working, and the team should support this. And my overarching message was, in an ideal situation, I want everyone to automate 100% of what they're doing. And that might raise the question, will that make them replaceable?
Jake, you were right. But here's the thing. What I was asking you, and I remember the conversation, what I was asking you, because I never invest in anything that I don't understand. Totally
Technical, on the contrary,
because they were savvy.
and my answer is absolutely not, because it's on the contrary. When you have all of your time free because you're not doing the technical things that you can automate,
Right.
you free up your time to do things that human beings have special capabilities in, which is like non-linear thinking, judgment calls, issues that have to do with taste, making decisions, thinking about strategy. And I think that there's one thing that people get wrong about AI, and that is that it doesn't really replace us. It actually forces us to rediscover our humanity, the things that we are special in, the special
Right.
attributes of every person, their special powers, and automate the things that are just wasting some of our time
right.
as, acting as technicians.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's a lot of menial tasks.
Listen, let me stop right here and just say what I got to say and get out of here. I agree with everything both gentlemen just, shared. It's not here to replace anybody. Again, things will be just disruptive, of course. That's just the way it is. But for the most part, the goal is to move faster and to not waste time with something that doesn't need to have you waste time in, if that makes any sense. I agree with it. I agree with, again, I use AI right now as we speak in my profession and personal time. It's faster. I'm not trying to waste my time with something that doesn't need to, that doesn't need my much of my time in. If a machine can do it quicker, I'm going that route. So I don't blame most companies if they're looking to get a machine to perform tasks that's that they can do a lot more faster and and more accurately. So I don't blame them if that's going to replace a non-human being. But if someone could create a machine that can help a business save time and cost, they're going that route. And I don't blame them because I have a small business. And I'm all trying to find ways to save time and cost. Facts. You know what I mean? So great video, great information. I'll leave all my socials down below in the video. I'm on LinkedIn, TikTok. Feel free to contact me there if you wish to. Join the email newsletter that's on my website, juicytech.com. My name is Ario DeJuice. Again, all my information is in the box below if you have any interest in checking more information about myself or this channel. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hope it helps. Peace out. Thanks for watching.